With the Saints playing the last 4 games of the 2015 season for pride's sake and to play spoiler, Drew Brees says it's the next man up. First good news of the season is that the next man up is me. It's going to be the happiest 6 minutes of your day. Coming up next in the Black and Gold Today. Welcome to the Black and Gold Today, sponsored by Cadillac of New Orleans. I'm your almost clean-shaven host, Jim Derry. Well, as the Saints try to clean up their mess in the final quarter of the season, they begin with their second-to-last road game of the year at division rival Tampa Bay. We learned Wednesday they'll play this one and the 3 that follow without the services of running back Mark Ingram, who had surgery to repair a torn rotator cuff. Say that 10 times fast. Ingram finishes the season with 1,174 yards of total offense and 6 touchdowns. His 769 rushing yards are 11th best in the NFL. Beginning Sunday, we'll see some new faces and maybe even get an extended dose of C.J. Spiller, who has been one of the team's biggest disappointments on offense. Drew Brees talked a bit about the game plan in Wednesday's press conference.
You hate to lose guys like that mean so much to your offense, but it's kind of a next man up mentality, and Tim Hightower is a guy who I know has been looking for an opportunity now for a while, and he's going to get that, and C.J. Spiller as well, and then Marcus Murphy. I mean, we'll have a role for all those guys, and they'll all, get opportunities, and they'll all be ready, because you never know how things shake out, and I think you've seen us play long enough to know that we have a lot of guys that can be shuffled in and out, and they'll have a role and they'll have a job, and we'll coach them up on how to do it, and they'll do it well.
A usually positive Brees was at it again later on, as he said he feels as if the team is, quote, building something. Not sure whether he meant it's a mother-in-law shack in the Marigny or a mansion in Old Metairie. No question the team will need a crane and an excavator to fix some of these problems, although number 9 doesn't see it that way.
It's our job to each and every week put ourselves in the best position to go out and win. And so execute the game plan, do our job, and win the game. Pride. Whether you're a veteran guy or whether you're a young guy who's trying to establish yourself, or, I mean, listen, even veteran guys, it's like you always got something to prove. You always have to prove your worth, that you mean enough to this team for them to keep you around. I mean, I think that's it's a what have you done for me lately business, and it's all about results. And obviously when things don't go well, I think it's easy for people outside the building to want to point blame at certain people, and at the end of the day, does that cause more turnover at the end of the year? I don't know. I mean, I feel like we're building something really good here with the type of guys that we have, and things haven't quite gone the way that we planned, but I think that our ability to really show great improvement and show a positive direction as to where we're headed over these next 4 games is crucial.
As far as Sunday, there's a good chance All-Pro defensive tackle Gerald McCoy will be playing Sunday and lined up against rookie Andrus Peat. That could mean Brees likely will have to move his feet quite a bit and let go of quick passes. Overall, the Bucs and Coach Lovie Smith are a team going in an opposite direction as the Saints. After a 2-4 start, they are 6-6 and not only have a decent chance to finish with a winning season for the first time since 2010, they are also just 1 game behind the pace for the 6th and final playoff spot in the NFC. Meanwhile, the Saints are 1 loss or 1 Seattle win away from being mathematically eliminated. That's something Houdats haven't felt this early in the season very often as of late. Well, we'll be right back with Friday's Extra Point.
What's one of the nicest things that comes with your new Cadillac from Cadillac of New Orleans? 0% interest.
Get 0% interest on all new Cadillacs, now at Cadillac of New Orleans. New owners, new attitude, on Lime Street in Rye in Metairie.
For today's Extra Point, let's look a little extended at the 5-year career of the player Houdats love to hate, Mark Ingram. I never understood that, by the way. Yes, it's true the Alabama product has had his share of injuries over his time in New Orleans, but he has also had his share of fine performances. After going for 1,078 yards and 10 touchdowns combined his first 2 seasons, he missed 5 games in 2013 and was a disappointment. However, he bounced back strong in 2014 and continued it this year after signing an extension to remain in New Orleans. Last season, He was 14th overall in the NFL with 964 rushing yards, adding 9 touchdowns in the mix. This season, he was well on his way to eclipsing that mark before tearing a rotator cuff. As we said earlier in the show, he will finish 2015 with 769 rushing yards, which is currently 11th. But he is having by far his best season catching passes out of the backfield with 405 yards, and that's 5th best among running backs. We'll see if he can get over this injury and improve once again in 2016. Regardless, Mark Ingram is the least of the Saints' problems. Well, that'll wrap up another week of Black and Gold Today, and we'll be back Monday to recap the game, and you know I'll give you my honest assessment of what transpired, good or bad. Enjoy the game, y'all. See you Monday.